Hello everyone! I've counted the votes, and the card you wanted me to talk about most is... Soggoth the Slitherer. Let's begin, shall we? Soggoth the Slitherer was added to Hearthstone with the Whispers of the Old Gods expansion, and his flavor text reads: "Don't tell Soggoth, but in the future, he gets totally owned by the Master's Glaive, and his skull becomes a tourist attraction. For those feeling up for a little tourist holiday, you can travel to the Master's Glaive in Darkshore and find the remains of Soggoth. In the past, there wasn't actually much known about the Master's Glaive, which led to a whole bunch of speculation. Some believe that this could possibly be the site of the remains of an old god, and archaeologist Gruff told us that the Master's Glaive was the site of an ancient battle. The Titans sent 20 of their stone giants against Soggoth. Of those 20 giants, one survived. The tablets say that Kron, the largest of the stone giants, allowed himself to be entangled by Soggoth's tendrils, just long enough to be lifted close enough to the creature's skull within reach of his mighty sword. A massive adamantine sword called the Master's Glaive, given name to the area. The reason behind the whole old god speculation was that back in the day we had 5 evil gods imprisoned beneath the world, with Kafun in Ankarash and Yogg-Saron in Ulduar, and then the rest of them at the time were all unknown. Tirisfal Glades was also a location rumored to be steeped in darkness, so by drawing some lines and adding something like Stranglethorn Vale or Karazhan to the mix, you would end up with quite an interesting picture. With the Cataclysm revamp, with the release of Mr. Pandaria and the Warcraft Chronicles, we now know that the speculation was wrong. Yogg-Saron and Kafun's location did not change, but we now know that Yashiraj was ripped out of the planet, leaving behind a massive wound, and the old god N'Zoth is rumored to be somewhere beneath the waves of Azeroth. With Tirisfal Glades, that does have some darkness beneath the land, but it's not an old god, and the Master's Glaive has the same. With the Cataclysm revamp, the old quest received an update, and all mysteries were revealed. Soggoth was actually a minion of the old gods, a Unraki, also known as the Faceless Ones. The Twilight's Hammer, led by Doomspeaker Trevelyan and Talia the Voidcaller, they're trying to unearth the Slithering One, bring him back to walk the worlds once more, and bring doom to us all. Naturally, we can't let this happen. We can't give them the time to fully empower Soggoth again, since we don't really have 20 stone giants willing to sacrifice themselves. We interrupt the Twilight's Hammer plans, we force them to summon Soggoth early, and without his full power, we storm the site. With the aid of the awakened ancients, we're able to defeat the avatar of Soggoth, and we stop the cult from summoning the minion of the old gods. And that is Soggoth the Slitherer story. That is what I have for you today when it comes to this card. As always, I'll leave it up to you guys and girls to decide what card we're going to talk about next. So leave your suggestions in the comments down below, and who knows, your card might be used in the next video. Subscribe if you like my videos, leave a like if you enjoyed this one, and until next time guys, see ya!